Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Thoughts to Think About. I'm Liz.
I'm Efrain.
I'm Reid.
We've got some thoughts to think about.
I thought you weren't coming in. You were taking forever.
That was like the third time that we did the intro, and I can't look at them when I do it because they just laugh at me. So if you're watching YouTube, Thoughts Think Pod on YouTube, I had to cover my eyes, and they're just laughing.
Yeah. We were given a hard time about the timing of the intro, and so we did it like 3 or 4 times, and so it was a little funny.
We're powering through.
Maybe one day you'll get to see those, but probably not. So
She was doing it in 6/8 time, but we were in 4/4 the whole time.
Exactly.
Good music.
I know. It's like I took band for a few years.
I was gonna say, what did you play in high school? Remind me, or high school, middle school?
Both. Yeah. Trumpet. Started with trumpet, and then also dabbled in French horn and baritone.
Okay.
So, French horn.
Okay.
I mean, they're basically all the same instrument.
I mean, essentially.
Okay,
Right.
French horn's a little bit harder, but
French horn was the hardest for sure.
Yeah.
It like all the hand cupping and it just like you would be playing like a low note, and all of a sudden it would just shoot to a high note because I couldn't keep my lips firm enough, and it would just like it'd be gone. Like what the heck?
You would think they wouldn't let you do hand cupping because of PDA rules at school. I couldn't even finish the joke.
Nope. Let you have a moment. What is it? This one?
Yeah, there you go. You got it. Which one is it? Hold on. I think it was a little bit of that.
As soon as you said it, I'm like, nope.
No, don't don't say it.
Somebody's gonna tell it.
I purposefully used that phrase to avoid some other things, and so
good call. Yeah, good call.
You can never avoid it.
That's just music.
I was being mature.
That's just music and
avoiding
horns, honestly.
right
with horns. You're just stuck with some weird words that you end up saying.
It's true. I mean, I did band middle school, high school, and then halfway through college, and they're just the amount of like, this is disgusting, but like
innuendos.
What did you say?
Innuendos.
But like
Espanol, isn't that? No.
Claro.
Wow. Oh God.
But like, the innuendos, but also like the amount of saliva that you just have to get used to being surrounded by.
The other day, I was thinking about like Christmas songs, like church Christmas songs, and how some churches have like a trumpet in their worship band for like certain things. I was just thinking about the sheer amount of just spit that would become like I don't know if people don't know this, but with brass instruments, you have a spit valve, and you're constantly emptying your spit valve. Like even in the middle of one song, you have to empty your spit valve several times.
Jeez.
And it just gets built up. Like most people have like a towel on the ground that they empty their spit rag in, or spit valve into. And it's just a lot of spit.
That's super gross.
It's really not all spit. A lot of it's condensation because of the hot air going into it, but they call it a spit valve. And some of it is spit. And that's just the way it is.
A lot of it is spit.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
That's super gross. So I never played an instrument in like band like that. I didn't do band in school at all. Although I wish I had played like on like drums, like on a drum line or something. That'd have been kind of cool. But I didn't do any of that, and so I don't know what any of that is like. My guitar does not have a spit valve.
It'd be weird if it did.
It'd be kind of weird if it did. And so, I don't know that life at all, and that just sounds disgusting to me. So, like, multiple times a song, you're, like, dumping, like, juice onto the floor.
Yep. Like if you're in a concert.
That was disgusting.
Like, if you're doing a concert,
juice.
You're before the song starts, everybody's, like emptying it out. And
Dude, I think I would throw up on the spot.
And then you get ready, and then you play, and then as soon as you're, like, your main part is over, if you've got like a couple measures of like break, you're like like emptying it out.
Do you want to hear something even more disgusting?
I guess.
So I played the opposite. So that was brass instruments that Reid also listed, and I played woodwind. So like clarinet, saxophone. I played a little bit of flute. Okay.
I was thinking in my head about
is saxophone a woodwind?
Yes.
Yeah, technically.
Why?
Technically. Well,
because of the reed.
Because of the reed.
Yeah. Which the reed just gets soaked in moisture.
So basically, you
just
have
sticking
to like
your mouth on that moist piece of wood.
No, dang it, reed. So what happens with the reed?
If it cracks. Hey, whoa. I was being serious.
This is just facts, okay?
So like we don't have a spit valve, so things just like gravity, so just goes straight down, and it's like just peeing at the bottom of your instrument.
So it just drips?
What was
Or
saxophone?
it drips, or it like
Pulls.
collects by the
bell.
mouthpiece.
Oh, by the mouthpiece.
So you just hear people like,
Oh, gross.
it's disgusting.
I've seen some
Trigger warning. Another trigger warning episode. That's disgusting.
I've seen some tenor sax players where they've been playing for a while, and then they take their saxophone and then they like turn it and it
Upside
comes out of the
down.
bell.
Yeah.
It just like
gosh.
gross.
Yeah.
That's so nasty.
But yeah, I don't know. Woodwinds players sometimes like gross me out because they have the reed on their mouthpiece and they're like playing on it and it gets all like reedy. And if they break it, like if it chips or it cracks or whatever, they will like just hold it in their mouth and like play with it with their mouth. So
Like a toothpick or
it's just
something?
like soap. Yeah, it's like soaked in spit and they're just like playing with it. It's like, dude, what is going on?
Yeah, I don't know. Band is just, it was such a weird time in my life, and parts of it feel like a fever dream because like I was in band, marching band at U of H. At the same time, Lizzo was in band at U of H.
Wow.
I don't remember her like specifically. I just remember her name drop. I just remember her group, and they got on my nerves because they. But like, right, they're just so loud and energetic, constantly yelling. Like everything was a joking moment,
100% all the time.
all the time, and it just was a lot.
That's usually the
All at
percussion
once.
section.
Typically,
What does she play?
a flute.
Flute. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, Benjamin Franklin's fruit.
Oh,
Flute.
that's right.
Fruit.
His fruit.
His flute. Who was it? Whose flute was it?
I think you're right.
Andrew
I-
Jackson?
What?
Was it Andrew
Are you just
Jackson's
saying-
flute?
President's names now?
She played historic flute.
Oh, James Madison.
James Madison.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's so crazy to think about that you were there when she was there. It's kind of cool.
It's even more, it gets on my nerves that my Instagram name used to be Lizzo.
Yeah, it for sure
And
was.
then
She blew up.
I changed it right when she blew up. And I should have kept it.
Because then she would have had
she
to pay you
would've
for it.
Bought it from me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Missed opportunity.
Does she use like at Lizzo now?
I don't know.
Probably.
I would imagine so.
Probably. It's crazy the kind of like things that are important to the world these days.
No, it's Lizzo be eating.
Oh, dang, same.
So she so she wouldn't have paid you for it anyway. You might have gotten a bunch of random followers though.
That's true.
That, honestly.
Just post pictures of her now.
Okay.
Yeah. Just be a fan account. Why not?
Do you think it's true that band sections have stereotypes?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Like all percussion players are the same person. All trumpet players are the same. Clarinet players are the same.
Yeah, I think just like any stereotype, there's
Like-
what?
Like clarinet players. Well, you say your thing and I'll say mine.
Okay. I was going to say, so without telling me what the stereotypes are,
Okay.
Okay.
tell me what section I am if I were
Oh.
in band. What section am I?
Like go back into high school, marching band,
Yeah.
concert band or whatever.
Yeah. Just throw me in there and choose. And then you'll have to tell me what it is.
I think Efrain is, I'm torn between two,
Oh, no.
but I think he is the tuba section.
I thought of tuba also. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I think he's the tuba. I was torn between saxophone or tuba.
Those were the two things I thought of.
Wow.
I thought of tenor sax and I thought of tuba. So
My dad played saxophone.
oh nice.
So
Nice.
there's-
Alto?
It's in the blood, you know.
Did he play all of them or
I don't know. I don't actually know. Probably tenor sax. No, maybe alto. I don't know.
Oh, he might be a bassoon player.
An oboe player.
You,
No, not
listen.
oboe, for sure, not oboe.
Yeah.
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 No, I think
okay.
you're- I think
all right.
you're
So you're all going to go
tuba.
ahead and explain yourselves?
Well,
Explain yourself.
So I'll explain clarinet.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh my gosh, because that's me.
Because Liz had like a major emo phase.
Okay.
And so that definitely fits into clarinet like to a T.
So
I-
clarinets are emos.
I
lot of them,
parted
yeah.
my
Okay.
hair so far from the side,
All the way.
Yeah.
all the way over.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
clarinet is the darkest
We'll pull up a picture
instrument.
for you. Maybe not.
Clarinet's got it's just like black usually. It's like black with silver like keys and things like that.
Right.
And then it just makes like a dark and like moody sound.
What?
Clarinets are like dark and moody.
Okay.
Are they not?
Meredith also played the clarinet.
Does she have an emo face?
Not like that.
Weird. Well, she didn't stick around, right? How long was she in band?
No, she was in band. I guess she did it in middle school. She didn't play in high school. Maybe that's why.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, the trumpet section, they're all a bunch of chachas.
That is
They've
true.
been, like-
That is true. Yeah.
They are,
Yeah, it
though.
is.
Like, the ego is
That's so funny.
very thick
Yeah.
in the trumpet section. No one does it better. No one is greater. No one
The most important part of the band in their eyes.
in their eyes is
Right.
the trumpet section.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Tubas
Mm-hmm.
are like everyone's best friend.
Okay.
They are like pretty much the biggest goofballs and like almost to a fault sometimes.
Just tubing around.
Just tubing around.
They're also either the worst player in the band or the best
Or
players
the best
in the
one.
band.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Right.
There's two extremes.
Like there's there's like no mediocre average tuba players. You're like either really bad and so you got put on tuba or you're really good.
Dang, that's funny.
Yeah.
So what's the deal with saxophone players?
Very emotional.
Oh.
Emotional, creative
Oh,
types.
wow.
Real vibey.
Oh.
Yeah, vibey guys.
Where do you think
Okay.
jazz came from?
Kenny G, Where do you think jazz came from? It was the saxophone players. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Who's Kenny G?
What was
Wait, really?
Do you really
Yeah,
know who
who's
Kenny
that?
G is?
He's a very famous jazz artist. I think he primarily plays the E flat.
Got it.
Is it E flat clarinet or E flat saxophone?
He plays the saxophone for sure because that's his thing. I thought. Maybe I'm totally wrong. I thought that was like in there.
Oh,
Google it.
Kenny G.
Kenny G.
Kenny G.
Is
Mr.
it just
Saxophone.
like Kenny letter G?
Kenny letter G.
Oh, Kenny Garrett.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Kenny G is much cooler. I wonder.
In my head, Kenny G looks like Weird Al Yankovic. Is that true or false?
If Weird Al were black,
Might.
Oh, really?
Wait.
Kenny G's not black, is he?
I think you're looking at the wrong person.
There's
it
no
says
way.
Kenny Garrett, American jazz musician. He's holding a saxophone.
Don't
is that
look up Kenny
G?
Garrett. Look
Okay.
up Kenny G. Oh, God.
See, this is so.
See, there he is.
See, he
You're
totally
right.
looks like
That's
Weird
my
Al.
bad.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
bad. There's
Okay.
There's apparently two famous Kenny G's.
Hey,
Like
listen,
Kenny
Who do
G's.
jazz?
Kenny Garrett, you're onto something, though.
Kenny
You're really
Garrett.
onto something.
See, who was first?
So he does kind of look. Kenny G actually does look a little bit
Al.
like
Like
Weird Al.
See, okay.
He's
But with
not-
a little bit more money.
More money. Well, I don't know. Weird Al.
No, he looks like he has more money.
He looks like he has more
I
money.
see. But when you dress like you have money, you really don't have money.
That's true.
Like when you dress like just this, some plain normal dude, you usually got bank.
We normally, so in our like friend group, when it's someone's birthday, we always take them out to dinner. We'll like split the bill, so they don't pay for anything.
Right.
But that means that like, hey, we're all splitting it, which means we can go to somewhere more fancy.
Let's go all out.
And so the last year, one of the birthdays, we went to this like very fancy restaurant downtown, and we all like took it as an opportunity, like dress a little bit nicer, like go a little bit all out. And we get there, and everyone is in like t-shirt, biker shorts. There's people in like Lululemon with like a little fur coat over it, but it was just
Right.
so like we look poor, even though
This is so obvious.
we're dressed nice.
Because you don't have money, and you're trying to look like you do.
I mean, because we don't go to fancy places, and so we're gonna pull out the nice shirt that we don't ever wear.
Here's one dress.
Here's one outfit.
This is it. This is the money outfit. That's crazy. That's so crazy. It's so true though, because you'll just be going out. Like you go to or I guess I worked at Papado for a little while. And
Name dropping.
whoa, but I worked during lunch hours a lot. And so a lot of times that was kind of business crowd, and they'd be taking their clients to dinner or lunch or whatever. And like you would get the card and it would be like clink, you know, giant crazy metal card, right? But they'd be in like a t-shirt, you know, just like the most chill outfit, and it's like, yeah, this dude's got real money.
Money.
And then you'd have the suits or whatever, and it'd be like, you know,
Right.
they're falling apart, you know, little plastic guy. And it's like, you're playing.
Wait,
You're playing.
a metal card?
Yeah, the metal cards.
Yeah, you got the big bucks. You got a metal card.
Is that real?
That's real.
Wow,
Like,
I'm real poor. If I didn't even know that was
Well,
real.
you got to be careful because there's fake metal cards.
Yeah.
Like credit card companies will give you like a really like heavy duty plastic card that looks or feels metal, but it's not actually metal, which means that you're not
you're not
a big
rich.
deal.
Yeah. You're not a shot caller. Yeah, but they're freaking heavy. You get those like real metal cards. It's like,
Right.
oh crap, what is this?
Throw that at somebody.
Yeah, you can kill somebody with that thing. The Apple card is metal technically, but I don't think it's as heavy. I think it's kind of lighter, and it's obvious that it's Apple.
I have a solid gold credit card, so
Solid gold, really, really.
yeah.
You just
Is
like bend it.
Oops.
Just
Can't put it in my wallet. It just
painted
bends.
gold.
Yeah. Kenny G plays the Selmer Mark VI soprano, alto, and tenor saxophones, and he also created his own line of saxophones called the Kenny G saxophones.
Oh wow, Kenny G, man.
I don't know anything about whether it's E flat, B flat, A flat, anything like that. It just,
I mean, I'm sure he plays different keys. You know.
yeah, oh, well,
Different types of instruments for
certain
sure.
instruments are like built for a certain
So like
spectrum.
your typical clarinet that you see is a B flat clarinet.
Right.
Right.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I was gonna say my Reels algorithm for a little while kept showing me like this one guy was making these reels, and I don't know why. I watched like one of them, and then every time he showed up, I like skipped it. But I still kept like Instagram was like, "Are you sure you don't want to see more of these?" But it was just this guy who was comparing like pseudo rich with real rich, right? Where he would act out what pseudo rich people, like people who think they're really rich, they act like a certain way. They treat people bad and they dress super nice, and they're like talking about how they have a Lamborghini or whatever.
Right.
And then the actually rich people are like super kind and they're dressed normal.
Have a
and
crazy like, cheap car.
Yeah, they drive a cheap car and they're like, oh, actually I own this place, but it's okay or whatever, you know. And so I was like, what is happening? Why do I keep
one of
saying
those
these
things where it's like you're watching it because it's kind of dumb,
Right.
And you just can't help but like, what's happening here?
Right.
And then they're like, oh, he must like this. So
Right.
then it just keeps giving it to you. I hate
Right.
that. That happens all the time.
I watched one of them and I was like, please stop.
Oh,
Please
jeez.
stop.
Oh, you must love this.
Well, I've mentioned it before. Efrain would send me spooky things on TikTok, but then it started to be more conspiracy things, which like if you don't I watched a YouTube video on this and people were talking about it and they're like, if you don't even believe in one conspiracy,
Yeah.
just one, then you're living in a fantasy land. Like you think it was a comedian. He was like, you just think the government's telling us everything that's real?
You
He's
think
like,
everything the government tells us is the truth?
he's like, I'm a father to one kid and I lie to that guy all the time. But like Efrain sends me conspiracy things and they get in my brain, and now half of my For You page is all these different types of like weird events and conspiracies, and I can't believe who done it and all this stuff, and I can't get away from it, and I need to take a break because it's getting to my brain.
Yeah, we're gonna take a quick left turn into a deep conspiracy. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
A deep misinformation.
Kenny Garrett
conversation.
and Kenny G are the same person.
Are the same.
Oh shoot!
No, but before we move on, I had to tell you guys, Kenny G's real last name is Gorlick.
Oh,
What? One more time?
Gorlick?
it's not as cool of a
No.
Kenny
I would
Gorlick,
change it.
but Kenny G. Yeah, I mean,
Kenny G. Yeah.
Kenneth Bruce.
It's smooth.
Gorlick.
So everybody out there who's looking for jazz musicians and you're looking for someone named Kenny, you have multiple options.
you got a couple options. That's a good.
And
point.
now you know his real name, so you can find.
See, now I want to listen to what Kenny Garrett sounds like. You know, I've heard Kenny G
Compare and
everywhere.
contrast.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of blew my mind that you've never heard of Kenny G.
I've heard of some famous trumpet players because they're more important.
Oh,
Okay. Well, and there we are.
you just really don't get it.
There we are. Yeah.
Just don't get it.
Tell me one famous tuba soloer.
Oh, dude, I don't know.
Soloist.
Dude, I have no idea.
soloer.
Soloist. They don't exist.
Soloer.
Actually, they do. I think I mentioned this guy before, but in my high school band, there was a guy. shoot, what was his name was Peyton.
Manning.
Yeah. Wow. He was in my band in high school. He's like 40 years older than me.
He had a rough time.
Jeez.
Rough time getting out of high school.
Yeah. No.
You're like 30. Peyton Manning's not that old.
40 years that just clicked.
Anyway, this guy Peyton was like the best musician in our band. And he played tuba, and he would like, we were 2A school at the time, and back then schools only went to 5A, but he would compete at 5A competitions and win first. Like he would win first place state in the 5A competition tuba solos. And he was like just like hanging out in our band. We were like, dude, you need to go.
Dude, get out of here.
I don't think he even went on to play in college. I think he was just like, no, I'm not really interested in doing that. So he just didn't. But he was like seriously the most gifted musician I'd ever met.
Those kinds of people are awesome. They're just like, they're everywhere too. Like that are just so good at something, but they just don't really care to pursue that thing, you know? So they're just like low key, one of the best, most talented person you're around, you know? Like,
yeah.
It's so cool.
Absolutely could have been like full ride scholarship to some major university. Probably could have been playing in an orchestra, like as a career. And he was just like, no, I'm not really interested in it.
Do you know what he did?
No idea.
Dang.
Have to go social media stalk him later.
Go find him for us. Go, let us know.
I can't remember his last name right now.
Oh, shoot.
It's going to take some actual
Manning,
detective
we
work.
already figured it out.
Peyton Manning. We know what he's doing.
Yeah, right. we know what he's got going on. He's a little busy. Yeah. So there were a lot of people I knew in high school that were kind of like that with singing. I did choir for like my last real year of high school, and I didn't do it before then. I feel like I was fine. But there were some people in there who were super, super talented. But I just know that it was just like an extra class for some of these people.
Right.
It's just like, geez.
Like the ones who were talented. They were
Yeah,
just like there to get a credit.
And they're like, yeah, I need this credit, so I'll be in choir, I guess.
Let me just, bust out this run or this
Have a free, right, yeah. I have a free period, so I guess I'll take choir.
Jeez.
Okay.
Well, that's a pet peeve of mine. No, it's not a pet peeve. I was telling we like just the randomest pet peeves that I have. And I want to ask y'all, I want to know the things that like just they should not get on your nerves, but they do. So like example, mine is personalized license plates.
Yeah.
I hate them.
Why?
It's just like just take what you're given.
It's a real trumpet player move.
Honestly, it's a pick me, choose me, love me move. Like that's
an eat, pray, love move right there.
Live, laugh, love. There are 3 that live in my neighborhood. One of them says chocolate lover.
Oh my gosh.
No. Oh no.
One that's like glitter girl, I think that's what it. And
that's a stripper for sure. Next one.
Oh, no.
Both of them are.
I not put that together.
They're both strippers.
Oh my gosh.
And I can't figure out what the other one says. Like,
oh right.
So that one like irks me because I still can't figure out what it
said. What it is.
Yeah, because like it could be what you were issued, but it's definitely not. It's you definitely chose that, so maybe you did it because it's easier to remember. But like, I've never been in a position where I had to know my license plate right off the top of my head.
Never.
Off the top of your head. I mean, you can always go and
head.
find it, look at it.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
right. I mean, I've had to fill it out before.
You're kidnapped in a room, and your life depends on whether or not you can name
license plate now.
Chocolate lover.
What?
Like, I'm
gonna kill you anyway.
Exactly. It is a pet peeve that just really gets under my skin. Like,
what if it doesn't say chocolate lover and you're just misreading it? It says something else.
No, it definitely says chocolate lover.
What if it's chocolatier?
No, there's no T.
Yeah, that's kind of a stretch.
It's like
I don't know.
CHCL.
I'm trying to think of the worst ones I've ever seen.
I mean, that it's okay if it doesn't bother
What if
y'all.
it's chick lover?
Oh,
No, it's like
And then glitter girl.
It's like chocolate, like L
With an 8?
with an 8, and then LVR, chocolate lover.
maybe. I don't know. I got nothing. I can't redeem this at all.
But do you see how it's like, okay, unnecessary? Do you love chocolate that much?
Yeah, I don't. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
Which is worse, getting like a random tattoo or a personalized license plate?
What again?
Because
Okay.
like people will get a tattoo for something they love, like a random thing. Like they'll get like an anime or like a TV show or like something random that like
on The Bachelor in Paradise, when Victoria and that other guy got Chow tattooed on their arm.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't keep up with
Wow,
Paradise.
y'all really should have watched this season. It was
No,
crazy.
there's no.
I
We
didn't
can't
really
talk about Bachelor in Paradise. We're not going to talk about anything
Next
else.
episode.
I have
Next
that is
episode.
my pet peeve. Okay.
The Bachelor is my
Bachelor
pet peeve.
Nation.
All of it. But yeah, like just like getting a random tattoo. Like what if they got like chocolate? Okay, here's one. They got the like chemical compound for chocolate tattooed on their skin versus a chocolate lover license plate. Which one's worse?
The license plate.
Wow.
Well, the chemical
That's kind of cool.
That's
It's a
kind of
little
cool.
creative.
But do you love chocolate that much?
It's creative.
But do you love chocolate that much?
But
Personally, I'm a sour gal,
Okay.
so I wouldn't. But
I'm a sour gal. That's an easy
You really
license
are
plate.
sour.
Sour gal.
Sour gal.
That's easy.
No.
That's easy on there.
no,
Everybody would get
You
it
got
too.
a 0 in there. You can throw a 4, I guess. Throw some leet speak in
For the
there.
A, the
Yeah,
fourth.
exactly.
But like the way that you set up that tattoo is kind of creative. So like people aren't gonna look at it and be like chocolate. Ugh.
What if they just got the words chocolate lover on their tattoo, like on their skin? Is that worse than
What do you want me to answer this?
I want
as?
you to
'Cause I
say-
I
feel
want you to agree with me. I want you to tell me I'm right. You know what my pet peeve is? When people ask for an opinion.
I want to tell you what your opinion is.
Yeah. I had a pet peeve in my mind and now I can't think of it.
Okay.
Good, cool. Good
Real
story.
cool, man.
Good story.
Great podcasting.
My favorite, my biggest pet peeve is when people make a podcast for no reason. Like they have no real purpose other than to just talk on
Yeah.
a podcast.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. Like,
Okay.
shut up.
Y'all are doing
Like,
such a great job at promoting your own brand. I'm just saying.
My brand is like cynicism, so it's fine.
okay, cool. That's your brand.
No,
Is
but-
being a cynic.
Re-
My brand.
I love that commercial,
commercial is
man,
so
so
funny.
much. I quote it more than any commercial that ever existed, except for maybe the berries and cream commercial.
What about,
But that's not important.
Berries and cream.
I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream.
What is this brand commercial?
It's the 1-800-CONTACTS commercial
My brand.
where she's like, I got you new contacts. He's like, no, my eyes are special. And she says,
yeah.
look with your special eyes. And he goes, my brand.
It's so dumb. It's like soap opera. It's great.
It's great though. Yeah.
It's super good.
Also,
I
you got
can't think
one?
of- no, I just can't think of any pet peeves. Like
I've got one.
You got one now?
Yeah.
Okay, you go for it. Because I don't know. Things bother me in the moment, but I usually forget.
Oh, a lot of things bother me in the moment. And then I forget
And I
about them
never
until it
forget.
happens again. One pet peeve I have is when I get a to-go coffee and it's got, like, you've got the actual cup, you've got the lid, and then you've got the sleeve.
Right.
If those three things are not aligned properly, it drives me insane. Like,
okay.
Like if someone hands me a cup of coffee that's not aligned properly, I take a drink and I spill, like if I dribble coffee on myself, I'm going to be pissed. like very angry that
Why
I
You
would
won't
dribbled.
like
spill?
me when I'm angry.
What do you mean?
So like when you get a to-go coffee cup, you know, it's sealed on one side, right? There's like where the paper folds over the paper
okay, yeah.
and then it curls at the top because like the top is just like
Oh,
the paper
uh-huh.
cup curled over. So it's like you've got the seam on the cup and it's
okay.
like glued together and then it curls over. But that curl creates this lip to where the lid won't always sit on it tight. And so if that's seal
the side where you drink
is on the side that they put the hole in the lid on, and you take a drink, it's going to dribble out because it's not on there as hard as tight as it should be.
I see.
And then
that's how you know you drink a lot of coffee. That's like really fine detail.
Right,
there.
right.
No, it's not, because you're dribbling on yourself.
I mean, I've had some coffees in my life, but I have never experienced that. I did not know that was a thing. I just thought you meant like the little like seam,
right?
Lining up the right way with your
I need
hands.
the seam. Yeah, that's an important aspect of it too.
Right?
Yeah,
because like I want the little sleeve to line up with like my
gotta be
knuckles,
perfect.
In
knuckles.
The right, like kind of where the crease of my fingers,
his finger pits.
I want my finger pads on the crease.
On the crease.
I want my finger pads to be touching the crease.
Okay.
Monster. What are you talking about, monster?
Monster. His face. His face. Monster. How dare you? What are you talking about?
That's the correct way.
Why is that the correct way?
Because it just feels right.
It feels right. See, I want the crease to line up with my finger crease. You know what I mean?
So that
or like this one,
right.
either one.
Or
So it's
I like to do it right here in like the thumb pit almost.
Okay.
Where just the way I hold it.
Because it's like a hook, I'm like hooking on it, and then, but I want it to be opposite of where I'm drinking from.
How firmly are you grasping your cup? That's the problem
I am
here.
Clutching.
Jaws of life.
That's why, because I can't hold my cup the way I like to hold my cup, and like holding my cup with my pads on the seam makes it to where the hole and the seam on the back line up perfectly in line with my mouth, like perfectly, like I created
your thumb,
it.
Right? Like your thumb is like
right underneath. Yeah,
right.
And I'm not like there's like a gap right here, in the little like curve of my fingers, So
Okay.
I see you.
Right.
Okay.
What size coffee cup do you usually get?
Medium normally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Which would be a grande if you're a Starbucks. If you're a Starbucks.
Is that also a pet peeve?
It doesn't bother me so much.
Just the way you rolled your eyes just now told a different story.
I just walk in and I order a medium, and they say, "Okay."
You're one of those?
I'm one of those. They can deal with it. They know what a medium is.
Read.
They know what it means.
Conform
They know what it
already.
means. No, I'm not going to conform. If they want me to say grande instead of medium, I'll go somewhere else.
Okay.
So you're Mr. Paul Rudd from that one movie?
Yeah, I don't know what
Don't
movie
be
that is,
that guy.
but it's hilarious. I won't go to the counter and be like, "Hey,
I'm not going to call it a grande. That's so
Right.
stupid.
But if I go in there and I say, "Hey, can I have a medium black coffee?" and they're like, "Well, it's called grande," then I'm going to be like, "Bye. I'm out.
actually-
I'm leaving."
Actually, it's a grande.
Right.
Just like that.
I've never once in an order said venti. I've
Yeah.
ordered large coffees before. I've never said venti.
So what do you say? Because they have a Trenta. Like the 30 ounce.
They do?
Yeah.
Really?
Really? What would you say
Really?
for that?
Can I get the 30-ounce coffee?
Can I get the biggest coffee you have? Give me
Can
the
I get,
biggest
can I get
cup.
a tall boy of
I want to swim in a coffee
Can I get
cup.
one of your catering cartons of coffee, please?
with
to
just a
go?
straw?
with a straw?
I really did drink a ton of coffee this morning. It was
Jeez.
bad.
Yeah, I'm not a coffee dude. My pet peeve is when people are like, I gotta have my coffee in the morning or else I'm not a human. It's not a pet peeve. It's funny when people say that.
I need you to pick a real pet peeve.
I just don't have one. I don't know.
I don't
sure you
believe
do.
that.
I mean, I'm
don't
sure I
believe
do.
that. I'm going to call your wife right now and ask her.
Yeah,
Hit pause.
Okay. Just easy. I mean, but this is like literally everyone. I hate traffic. Like, traffic drives me crazy. Like the
Yeah, it doesn't count.
right. Which I don't think it counts.
Okay.
I don't think it
You're
counts.
close, but think about being in traffic.
And, like, what's the thing?
What's the thing? Not just like that there's a ton of people.
See, but then everybody's gonna do, like when people get over into your lane and then slow down.
Oh, yeah. Drives me nuts.
That's insane. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why did you do that? What was the purpose there? Or when they like speed around you to get to a stoplight. Like, dude, what was the point of that?
Yeah.
But then I get, sometimes, you just kind of want to hit the gas kind of hard,
Hit the nose.
Anybody ever feel that way? Like, I don't know. Driving just brings like a dark side out of me.
I am a grandmother when I drive. I drive so slow. And yeah, if like I'm coming up on a green light and I'm still pretty far away and it turns I'm not that far away, but like I can either gun it because it just turned yellow, or slow down. I will 100% slow down.
I gunned it through a yellow light twice this morning in the church van.
Oh my gosh.
I did.
That's not a good idea.
Represent.
It was like, I'm driving this big old tank. Stopping's going to be pretty tough.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
But one of them was kind of iffy. I was like, I'm kind of far away. Let me just hit the gas. I didn't see any red, so I guess we're okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. If you didn't see the red, it doesn't count.
Right.
You didn't run it. It wasn't
Okay.
your fault. I think that's a rule.
Ossifer, I did not see the red light.
I did not see the red light.
Sorry. I have another
Pet
peeve.
Man,
All
you
right.
guys just got problems, I guess. I don't know.
I'm just angry.
Calm down, everyone.
I'm angry always.
And I this one I've talked to my roommate about it, and I was like, it's 100% on me, and like I'm not mad at you at all. It's just like a me thing, being particular, but it like makes my blood boil.
Oh no.
There's 2 spots that we put kitchen towels on the stove, or like the handle on the oven.
Right.
And then there's a drawer, the kitchen towel drawer right next to the sink.
Right.
That's where the towel goes because you wash your hands, you dry it, whatever.
Okay.
And she'll move the towels, and like she'll be cooking and she'll just like grab a towel and like dry her hands and then put on the counter. And then as she's cooking, and then she needs another towel, and she'll grab the one on the oven handle, and then she'll like just put it down in a random spot.
So there's just towels everywhere.
And then she's like, "Oh, I need a towel. I can't find it because it's not in its place." And so she'll pull another towel out, and every time she cooks, we've got like 4 new dirty
That's funny.
kitchen towels. And if I'm like in the kitchen, like washing my hands or washing dishes while she's doing something, I'm just walking around with wet hands. I'm like, "Where is the towel?
Where are the towels?"
One time, like I couldn't find because we washed them all, and I had one that was clean, and I put it out, and I couldn't find it, and I was like, "Where is the towel?" She goes, "Oh, hold on, it was in her room." Because she just like put it over her shoulder, and then like got distracted, and then walked in her room and put it down, and I was like, "Ah!" And I'm like, it's I love you as a friend more than I love these towels. However, put the towels back.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow, that's...
Yeah, you might want to warn your roommate not to listen to this episode.
They don't listen anyway. It's fine.
No, I'm not listening to that.
I thought of another one. I don't know if this is like a pet peeve or it's like more OCD or something, but
Oh, God.
like
Don't just throw that around, Reed. You can't just say that.
maybe it's compulsion. I don't.
All right, go ahead.
Just say it.
Like occasionally, I'll just be like become very aware of things. Like I'll become like hyper aware of my fingernails, and they're
Okay.
like too long, and I'm just like if I like, I'll be getting ready in the morning, and I'll notice that I'll be like my fingernails are too long, and like I can feel them all the time, and if I don't clip them before I leave, they're going to bother me all day long.
So it's like you gain an awareness and then you can't like shake it, basically.
Yeah, a little bit.
Jeez.
And
I don't think that's a pill.
Maybe you are complaining.
I think there's a pill for that.
But then if I don't like clip it, then other things will start to like get absorbed by the annoyance, where it's like suddenly my socks feel like they're crooked and like I can't fix them, or like my underwear is crooked or something, it's like they just, everything feels wrong, and I'm like, I need to fix it. I don't know how to fix it. So yeah, it's my pet peeve.
I can get behind the
It's
socks
exposing.
feeling off because that's not a good feeling for sure. So if you feel that, you're like, that kind of ruins your day a little bit.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I'd be forgetting about my fingernails,
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm thinking about them though, so I'm like,
Yeah.
don't look. At
Nah,
them.
mine are low right now. See,
Don't
I
look
keep
at-
mine
Efrain
low.
just tucked his
Don't look at my
fingers
fingernails.
in.
Don't even look.
Don't look at me. I'm hideous. I thought I was quoting SpongeBob. I don't think I did. What was that?
Close enough.
Anyway,
What a failure.
my shoes are squeaky. I hate my squeaky shoes.
Oh, that's good. Squeaky shoes isn't.
But like, so it's annoying because like here at the church, like our hallway squeak. Like any shoes you wear, your shoes are gonna squeak. But the shoes I'm wearing right now will squeak on any surface. Like Liz heard me walking up. I walked up the stairs, walking on carpet, same squeak all the time. I walked over here to record, and on the concrete, it was just squeak after squeak every step.
Squeak after
We're
squeak.
walking up the stairs, and I'm not blasting through these stairs. Like, I'm just walking normally. And I turn around, and he's real far behind me, and he's like, like he's trying to walk up as slow as he
I
can.
couldn't stop him. I don't know. These shoes squeak, and it's like annoying because I kind of like these shoes, but they're just, I can't wear them because they're going to squeak all the time. I don't know what the problem is.
I love it. It's so funny.
So sorry. You're not a sneaky guy.
So now I'm really peeved about
So
everything.
now I'm really peeved.
Well, that's good. Let's go ahead and call it there because we want to hear what your pet peeve is.
Please.
Yeah, let us know. I'm a little peeved right now because I don't know. I
was like, okay.
I was like,
what's
oh,
happening?
what am I gonna do? You thought
in
maybe.
trouble.
No, I just kidding. It's fine. All right, we'll see you next time. Thanks for
We'll see
joining
you
us.
next time.
Let us know what your pet peeve is. Think about your fingernails.